Welcome back. Let's continue with the eye. Have you ever thought how you are able to see things far and near, and things that are in dim light and in bright light? We are going to see how your eye is functioning in dim light and in bright light, with far vision and with near vision. Keywords here. We've got the rods, which are the receptors found in the ear. We've got in the eye. Now we're looking at the keywords, the rods, which are the receptors found in the retina and which are sensitive to dim light. And they distinguish between black and white. And then we've got the cones. They are also the receptors. And they are found also in the retina. And they are sensitive to bright light. And they distinguish between different colors. Binocular vision, bi means two. So it's the ability to focus on an object with both eyes. We know we've got two eyes, hence we're talking binocular vision. Let's look at the structure of the eye. This is the cross-section of the eye. And this is the eye when you look at somebody's eye or when you look at yourself in the mirror. Let's look at the parts now. We start with the pupil. This is the pupil, this opening. And then we've got this part that is referred to as the aqueous humor. And we've got the ligaments here that are referred to as the suspensory ligaments. And these suspensory ligaments are attached to the ciliary body. Then we've got the cornea here. This is the layer that is referred to as the cornea. And then we've got the iris. We've got the lens here. And then we've got this outer layer here that is called the sclera. The middle layer that is called the choroid. And the inner part that is here, yellow part here, is referred to as the retina. And here we've got the yellow spot. And then here we've got the blind spot. And then the optic nerve that will carry the impulse. The inner part here we refer to as the vitreous humor. So we know the structure of the eye. So if you look at the cross-section of the eye and look at the eye when you look yourself in the mirror, you can identify all this part with the eye that you can see in the mirror. Now we're looking at the structure and functions of the eye. We start with this opening here that is referred to as the pupil. That is the pupil of the iris that allows the light to pass through. Then we move to this part, which is called the aqueous humor, that it's a fluid between the vitreous, and it provides the lens and the cornea with nutrients. The next part, we are checking the cornea. Cornea is the transparent area of the sclera, and it allows transmission of light. Again, it refracts light rays. We go to our ligaments here, which are called the suspensory ligaments, that holds the lens in the correct position, and they are attached to the ciliary body. The next one here is the ciliary body here, and then the muscle that can change the shape of the lens. We move now to this layer, which is called the sclera, that protects the eyeball and gives the shape. The next layer in the middle here, which is the choroid, it's rich in blood supply, which means it provides nutrients and oxygen and reduces reflection of light. Now we move to the retina. The retina contains photoreceptors. Photo means light. Photoreceptor cells, which are referred to as the rods and the cones, that generates or that converts the impulse when the stimulus of light is received. Then we come to the yellow spot. This is the region that is clearest, that gives the clearest vision because it contains a lot of cones. Then we move to the blind spot here. Blind spot, region without vision, meaning there is no rods and cones at this part that is referred to as a blind spot. Then we've got the optic nerve here that leaves from here. This is the optic nerve that carries the impulse to the brain. Then we come again here to this part that we refer to it as the lens. It is transparent, flexible structure that focus light onto the retina to form an image. Then we've got the conjunctiva here, which protects the eyeball, and the iris here, that colored part of the eye that controls the size of the pupil. It has the radial and scapular muscles. Then we're looking at the questions after revising the structure and the function of the eye. We've got the diagram here. We study the diagram. We look at the part. We've got A, B, C, D, E. And then give the letter and the name of the part which regulates amount of light that is entering the eye. The answer will be, let's look now. We're looking at A here, which is the iris. Then number 2 says the part that supplies food and oxygen to the eye. Then that would be C here because of the amount of blood vessels that is found on that. And we refer to it as the choroid. Question 1.3, we're looking at the part that transmits impulse to the brain. So we're looking at this part that transmits impulse to the brain. The answer should be E and should be the optic nerve. We are right. Number 4 contains cones. N is the area of the clearest vision. Which one should be that? It should be D, where we know it's the yellow spot. Number 5, a part that assists in the refraction of light rays. Which one will be that? That would be number B and is referred to as the cornea. So the next question, we give the correct biological terms of the following sentences. The white part of the eye, it should be the sclera. Number 2, the layer of the eye that contains the rods and the cones, the receptors there. That is the retina. The fluid that supports the eyeball, that should be the vitreous humor. And now the layer in the eye that absorb light to prevent internal reflection. That should be the choroid. Guys, let's go for a break so that we can come back and continue with the eye.